Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone. It's West. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
People still filling in the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Just gets rid of it before the heat. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball
off. Play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Back to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself and then put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. He's already thrown 1 pick, and if he doesn't clean up some of this stuff, more will follow for sure.
More will follow and probably go into the bullpen or getting another guy in here that can throw the football. It's stuff like that just drives you nuts because you're fading off your back foot. It's really, really hard to be accurate. So you got to hang in there. You got to understand that I got to stay still when I throw the football, hit those targets, and I definitely can't turn the football over.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Dropping back, it's Reed. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Bussey. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Might be changing the route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And it's incomplete on third down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. That's caught. It's Craver. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. Good timing on the quick out. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Aggies look to keep this drive humming. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? First down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack the secondary, but he's got the ability to do this. Just pull it down, get all those positive yards back, and then some.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Trying to punch it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. Look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Scrambling away. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Coming out with it, it's West. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Quickly to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Craven. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it out. It's West. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Steps away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing.
He lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Fleming. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Might be looking to run. Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about that second receiving touchdown of the ball game? Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And that penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Give to the back. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll give it to the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. to go up top and time's running out in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Craver. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. On the option. He'll pitch it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Makes the catch. It's Craver. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Scanning the field, it's Reed. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Riley. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Right down the boulevard. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a...
There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The play action fake. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He wants to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass.